Hello, my beautiful friends, and welcome to your March 2021 reading. I'm so excited you are here. If this is your first time here, thanks so much for joining me. If you are returning, thanks so much for coming back. I absolutely love and appreciate every single comment, all of your likes, any shares. Every time you hit that bell or that subscription button, you know, I appreciate and I feel your energy. So thank you so much for that. All right, so March 2021, well, February 26th, 27th, there is a full moon in Virgo. And I really thought, you know, it's kind of interesting that this month of March is starting as February is finishing on this full moon. So I went to the Moonology Oracle deck and I wanted to look up the teaching from the book in the Moonology deck. And this is what it says. It says the full moon in Virgo is a time to declutter your life, your home and office. It's time to sort what's good in your life from what's not serving you. It's also time to clear out your energies via salt baths, meditations, and to practice getting more grounded by walking barefoot. No matter when you draw this card, it's a reminder that any time is a good time to start living a healthier life. And I just thought, oh, I also want to read this, the Attuned to the Moon. Find a balance between the cosmic and the mundane in your daily life. And I thought that was a beautiful way really to be starting this month of March. So as we get into each reading, I just wanted to, you know, keep in mind that as we are embracing this new month of March, we are ending February with this beautiful full moon in Virgo. All right, so Capricorns, let's get into your reading. I do apologize. You probably are going to hear my dog snoring in the background. He's sleeping on my couch. He snores so loud, man, like a train. So I do apologize for that. All right, so we are looking at the energies going forward from this full moon into the month of March. All right, so this is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, wherever else you find it in your chart. If you do not find resonation with this video, that's all right. It's not that the message is wrong. Maybe you're just connecting to a different sign within your natal chart at this time. So maybe go check out another one of those readings. Also, keep in mind, it is a general reading. So you got to take what fits and leave the rest. And, you know, and certainly don't go and put... you know, don't put readings to don't put readings to a story that it doesn't fit to, right? All right, let's get into this. So current overall energy. Yes, that's what it is. It's the current overall energy moving forward from the full moon. I have said it like 8 different times. I know what I'm like wanting, but when I speak it out loud, it sometimes comes out backwards and jumbled. All right, Capricorns. So, wow, that came out right away. King of Air. Okay, you guys are getting crystal clear on something here, making some sort of decision. All right, let's see. Heart of the matter. What is the heart of the matter here? Thank you, Spirit. Ace of Pentacles. Look at that. You guys are making some sort of new beginning here. What are you afraid of? What is Capricorn afraid of with this Ace of Air, Spirit? Thank you. What the? Holy smokes, we got cards everywhere here, guys. Okay, so what you are afraid of. Wow, we had the Wheel of Fortune and the King of Pentacles that come out. I've got like cards all over the ground here, guys. We're not taking these, but I'm just kind of curious to see where they at. All right. We're going to put those back in the deck. All right, so what you're afraid of. King of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. Really making these, isn't that interesting? We've got 2 kings out already. So to me, that is talking about the masculine energy of self, the action sides within inside of self. What past energy is supporting you? What recent past energy is supporting this Ace of Pentacles? What recent past energy is supporting? Thank you. Holy shiza. Guys, we have the King of Wands. That's 3 kings out. What is going on here? That's a lot of masculine energy, Capricorn. I feel like there's action steps that are being asked to be taken right now, for sure. Recent past energy that is challenging this Ace of Pentacles. 7 of Air, 7 of Swords. What does Capricorn promise themselves with this new moon, full moon cycle? Queen of Swords. Okay, so for some of you, it could be relationships when we have both the Queen and the King of Swords out here, but I do feel like this is very much the energy where maybe at some point, you know, we're going to add some divine feminine energy here to your overall energy. That'd be solid. All right, potential outcome here going forward. What's the potential outcome here for the Capricorns? Six of Earth. Absolutely. Six of Pentacles. Okay. Patience. Oh my goodness. Okay, this Temperance card, I bet if I go back and I watch all of these readings, I bet this Temperance energy is going to be in almost every single one of them, because I cannot get over how much it keeps coming out. But that is so much this energy of this full moon in Virgo. It is very balancing, okay? It's very much removing the shit that isn't gonna work, that isn't gonna serve you, and really opening yourself up to the peace, to the present, to the patience, to God's timing, God's speed, right? That's very much this energy. We have the Tower behind it and the Four of Swords behind that. There is a call for you to do some inward reflection here. Some sort of structure within life needs to crumble, and that is pretty apparent with all these cards out here. Like, I do feel like there is an action step that you are being very much asked to embrace. Okay, with all this masculine energy, keep in mind that the masculine energy is talking about our action side, okay, our outward kind of energies towards the life around us, right? So when all of this masculine energy is out here in this reading, I do feel like this is very much a reading that is based on the actions that you need to be taking right now. So we have this King of Swords, and this is the overall kind of energy going forward here from that full moon. He gets the Seven of Swords and the Lovers. Okay, so for some of you, I mean, as I said, with this King and Queen out here, it could definitely be discussing love. But there's some sort of something still kind of out in the dark here. Okay, maybe this Lovers energy, maybe you have a partner who's being sneaky, maybe there's some third-party shit going on. But this to me is the energy of, I'm almost feeling like I'm hearing not trusting. The Seven of Swords is like something in the dark that you can't see. Okay, and this King of Swords energy, this is somebody who gets very crystal clear in the things that they haven't been able to see. King of Swords is somebody who in a distorted energy can be very rigid, can be very cold, very harsh. In an upright energy, it's in a balanced energy, it's the energy of understanding, being open-minded, but being very clear on where you stand. You know, with this Seven of Swords and this Lovers, I do kind of feel like, that added a different layer to it. So there's going to be a couple different storylines, and you're going to have to apply that where it fits. For some of you, this Seven of Swords is like, okay, there's things in the dark, things maybe haven't been going very good. Maybe this is in a relationship that you are in, and there's changes that need to happen, and you're getting very crystal clear on the changes that you need to see happening within this relationship. Because the Page of Cups clarified this Seven of Swords. So for some, it could be some sort of new love coming in that maybe you're not even seeing. There can be some sort of, you know, and it doesn't have to be romantic by any means. This Lovers card always looks so sensual, very romantic. But the Lovers is talking about choice. It's talking about duality. It's talking about blendings and decisions, okay? So I do feel like as an overall kind of energy here, it's like where you're, as much as you can't see what is to come, as much as there's things within the shadows here, there's positive change, you know? And I feel like this King of Swords energy is like, again, it's going to be very two energies. Is it going to be a distorted energy, or is it going to be a balanced energy? Because if it's distorted, you're going to keep things away. Okay, if it's distorted, you're not going to let any new opportunities come in, because the moment you can't see the outcome, you're going to block the rest of it out. Okay, but as a balanced energy here, this King of Swords is just very clear on the things that he is going to allow into his life. So it's not that those things can't be presented to him. He's just going to acknowledge, okay, this is going to serve me and this is not. Okay, so the heart of the matter here was the Ace of Pentacles, because for some of you it is going to be discussing new love. Okay, it is going to be discussing new relationships. For others, this is about new tangible beginnings. It can be work related. For sure, with all of these kings out here, it can definitely be some sort of entrepreneurial opportunity. But the Ace of Pentacles is a tangible new beginning, some sort of new tangible cycle starting. It's the Six of Wands and the Queen of Cups. You know, I feel like this new beginning for you here is something that is really going to liberate you, something that's really going to let you shine who you are. Maybe it is a passion project. Maybe it is some sort of new entrepreneurial you know, project. Maybe it's even just a new job opportunity or something, but it is something that's really allowing you to shine your light here. With the Queen of Cups here as well, I feel like it is something that your intuition is very much guiding you to embrace. There's this level of emotional understanding. There's this level of spiritual kind of guidance. You know, that Queen of Cups, like, she's very much like the High Priestess. So she has this power to see beyond the veil. She has the power to look beyond what is right in front of her face and really see what the divine has for her. You know, and this Ace of Pentacles is the heart of the matter here. I feel like that's what this Ace of Pentacles is. This is a beginning that when you liberate self and acknowledge, you know, the growth it has taken to get you to this new opportunity, to this place. I feel like that's really where there's this, I feel like that's this change. It is about liberating yourself, but it's also very much about understanding that you are worthy of that liberation. And kind of connecting even more so to that divine purpose. What you were afraid of here, look at this. We had the Wheel of Fortune and the King of Pentacles, because the Wheel of Fortune is about shifts. It's about change. It's about, you know, life just doing what it does and shifting. The King of Pentacles is that energy of making the tangible change within your life. Okay, the King of Pentacles energy is that masculine energy within us that shows up to make the tangible steps within our lives. Okay, so that can be our fortune, that can be, well, whatever you want to tangibly apply that to. But it is that energy when I feel like what you're afraid of here is the steps that it's taking to put these wheels in motion. The action, look at that, the Fool on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, I feel like you know, this Ace of Pentacles is a new beginning. Wow, for some of you, you could be dealing with a Taurus here, especially with those two energies. You know, but you are an earth sign, so this is very much your own kind of earth energy. And I do feel like with this Wheel of Fortune, this King of Pentacles now clarified with the Hierophant, it's like you're being asked to really move forward on an enlightened kind of path. You know, the wheels are shifting. Yes, this new opportunity is for you. Yes, but you are going to have to address it in a higher vibration. You are going to address it with higher thinking. You are going to have to address it, you know, as a more evolved spiritual being. Okay? And I think that scares you a little bit. I think it could even just be, again, that like there's going to be shifts and changes. And, you know, with shifts and changes comes growth, uncomfortableness, movement, you know, that challenging confliction of leveling self up. And I think that's what really you're afraid of. It's not even necessarily, yeah, I think there's a change that needs to happen within inside of self. And you're like, okay, do I have that power within me? You know, can I hold myself to that new kind of higher road? So we have the King of Wands. Yeah, here's our third king. We have this King of Wands here, and he's over here in the recent past energy that supported you, because I do feel like you've connected here to that authenticity. I feel like the way that you are showing up with all these masculine energies has been much more authentic to the real you, Capricorn. I feel like you have really acknowledged, done the work with inside of self, very much like this King of Swords energy. You're very crystal clear on who Capricorn is. Okay, what sparks Capricorn's light? What sparks Capricorn's passions? Okay, let's clarify this King of Fire. Oh my goodness. I can't take all these. Here's the King of Cups. Oh my goodness, that's all 4 kings out here, guys. Okay, we have the Two of Cups and the Three of Wands. Yeah, you know, and for some of you, there was a toxic relationship in the past that you've had to leave, or there's some sort of clarity here that some sort of relationship maybe really wasn't working out for you. It could even be the energy, you know, where you got really in depth, like you got really clear on authentically who you were. Okay, what that masculine energy within side of self looked like. So what that action side of self looked like authentically, what you need on a tangible, everyday kind of thing, and passionately too, right? And then we have this Two of Cups and the Three of Wands, because whether or not this was a relationship or and again, it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, but whether it was one that you were leaving behind or whether it was one that you were growing within, it's a relationship in which you acknowledged and became accountable for your energies. This Three of Wands here is talking about going forward, walking that higher path, walking that higher road, really aligning yourself to the highest intentions within you, what that looks like. And again, those are very personal, right? Like that's, you have to apply that back to self, because what your outline for a life looks like, a soul purpose life, that is only going, like you're the only one who can see that on your level, right? Like, yes, okay, you can have people that support you, but nobody's going to hear your intuition. Nobody is going to feel that passion within inside of you the way you do, because that's your spark, that's your light, that's your gift. And this energy here of the Three of Wands, especially as recent past energy that was influencing you, I feel like that level of authenticity really just kicked in here. We also had this Knight of Swords, because I do feel like you were being asked to make movement. Okay, maybe there was a change within life, but I do feel like Spirit was really urging you and pushing you and guiding you to move into this next phase. And then we have this King of Cups. Here's our fourth king out. You know, and this is again where that action side of self, that masculine energy within side of self, connected its ass to its spiritual side. Okay, those actions in which here you have the fire, you have the wands, you have all of these, like, and it's like, okay, so what about the spirituality? You know, we already have this Queen of Cups out here. Yeah, for some of you, this could definitely be very soulmate relationship, because we do have the King and the Queen of Air. We do have the King and the Queen of Cups. So keep that in mind for sure. This could be very much discussing this relationship, and it's not necessarily like, don't think that it's a relationship that's falling apart. I mean, there are going to be some that, yes, this is replying to a toxic relationship, so be accountable, right? If the person on the other end isn't growing, isn't working with you, or it's unsafe or whatever the case may be, like, you have to be accountable for that. You can't put you know, these beautiful love readings to a relationship that is nothing of that sort. Okay, I do feel though that what you were being really pushed to in this recent past energy was connecting to this deeper side of self. Okay, it was connecting those emotions here to this deeper understanding, this emotional, spiritual kind of understanding within inside of self. And the Magician here was behind it, because, you know, in order for you, it's beautiful that you've connected to all four of these kings, because I feel that, you know, here with the Magician has the tools of all four. Okay, he has the cups, he has the swords, he has the pentacles, he has the wands. The energy of the Magician has those all within him, and so do you. You know, you have all of these aspects within you. It's acknowledging that that power, that magic, that knowledge is within inside of self. And I feel for some of you, maybe it's even just still coming, that you're still kind of really opening up and acknowledging, wait a minute, I do have all of, you know, my action sides need to be all of these four kings. Like, I do need to be balanced. I do need to be whole. We have this Seven of Swords as the energy, the recent past energy that was challenging you. And here's that Seven of Swords again, right? That came out in the current energy up top here. You know, and I do feel like this Seven of Swords is where you just haven't been able to see all of the pieces. There's been some things that have been hidden in the darkness, and I feel like that has been a challenge for you. Yeah, we have the Ace of Wands here, the Ten of Wands, and the World. Yeah, and interesting enough, They all came out in reverse. You see, I feel like this challenging energy here was where you weren't able to see how things were going to come out, and it really stumped you. Okay, there was this. The Ace of Fire is new passion, new projects beginning, new light happening. It's talking about new beginnings, new opportunities, and it's in reverse. And the Ten of Wands is in reverse, and the World's in reverse. And I think your fear is what stopped these cycles. I think there was fear here for what you could not see. You were unable to see the outcomes. So it was like, okay, well, I'm just going to pause. I'm not going to do anything, right? Because the Ten of Wands is about having to release yourself from burdens. And when it's in this, reversed energy, I'm really feeling like it's, I mean, it could be where you did the work, you released the burdens, you cut that all out, but the World's in reverse behind it. And so that's not really how I'm feeling it, Capricorn. I'm very much strongly feeling that it was like there was burdens and there was things that were weighing you down that needed to be released for the cycle to end. And it was very challenging for you to release it because there was fear. Because you couldn't see the outcome. You couldn't figure out how it was all going to work together, how it was going to piece itself together. So it made you freeze. Instead of taking the new opportunity, instead of taking the new beginning, you just kind of like were like, ooh, I'm just not going to do anything. I'm just going to sit here because I can't see the outcome. I don't know how that's going to work. You know, and when we're afraid to take the step to change the outcome of the patterns we know, what happens? We repeat patterns, right? Patterns and cycles will continue to come back in our life again and again and again. They might look different, okay? They might be dressed up something different, but those energies are going to be very much the same because that is what we're putting out. So therefore, that is what we're going to be getting back in. And until we address a pattern like that and say, hells to the no, no more, I'm shifting that, they will continue to repeat. And that is very much this energy of a challenge here that I felt, or that I feel was a recent past struggle for you, because there was that need to look past the uncertainty. There was that need for the faith. And it was like, I don't really know. What you promised yourself was this Ace of Queens. This Ace of Queens. Oh my gosh, I just said that out loud. This Queen of Air. You know, and that's just being like here. Thank goodness we finally added some divine feminine energy, because this is really where you're listening to your intuition. What you're promising yourself is that all of this masculine energy, all of this, you know, action steps that you're going to be taking, you're going to be based off of this high functioning, intuitive thinking. Okay? She's very crystal clear. Like, she can be a little harsh. She can be a little cold. She also can have a tone to her, for sure. That is a possibility. But she is she's just going to speak her truth. Okay? Like, she's not going to fuck around. If this is her truth, that's what she's authentically going to show up and speak. You know, and with all this divine masculine energy, when it comes to showing up in your life right now, Capricorn, that's great. Show up with all this authenticity. Make sure you're committed to putting the steps in. Connect yourself to your emotions, to your soul purpose, to that fire within inside of self, you know. But speak that truth. Speak that inner guidance so that masculine energy of self knows the direction in which it's moving. Five of Cups, isn't that interesting? Five of Cups, yep. You know, I feel for some of you, there's some emotional pains and emotional heartache that need to be released. You know, I do feel, especially when this Ten of Wands was in reverse at the bottom here, I do feel like emotionally there's some things that you're still holding on to. You know, and even that can even be within relationships that you're continuing to grow at. It's like you've emotionally been holding on to something, and maybe you're being really cold about it. Maybe it's causing a lot of resentment within your relationship. Well, let the shit go then, right? Like, do the healing. You can see here in this Five of Cups energy, and I get it. It's a lot easier to talk about healing than it is to actually implement it. But you can see here that she's actually, like, she's releasing the energy of sadness from herself. She's releasing that low vibration energy. She's saying, no more. I free myself. Five of Swords comes out too. Yeah, look at that. See, there's confliction here. Maybe it's within this relationship that there's been some emotional wounds caused, probably on both sides of the party, because it's not very often is it one-sided. And this Five of Swords, there's been challenging communication here. Okay? And I feel as this Queen of Swords, when she is the energy that you're promising yourself in an upright position, She's speaking her truth, yes, but she's not going to do it harshly. She's not going to do it out of bitterness. She's not going to do it out of anger. She's sure as hell not going to do it out of spite, okay? Because she knows that she can communicate and work through this kind of 5 challenging energies of both communication and emotions, and she can continue to plant the pentacles of her life. She can continue to plant seeds to grow the life that she wants, okay? She can speak that truth. 6 of Pentacles, look at this potential outcome. Because here, that's exactly what we're talking about with that Queen of Swords up there. You are wanting that kind of growth, that kind of change, those kind of benefits within your life, that healing. That needs to be the energy in which you are putting out, right? Because if you're putting out shit, what are you getting back in? Shit, right? That's that cycle. Those are those cycles. Look at that. The Emperor came out with that to clarify that. Yeah, because it's really where you're getting very crystal clear on who you are, what you need, what that kind of looks like. Okay? You're taking control of your life. You are being the Emperor of your life. And the Emperor is not somebody who just goes around and bosses everybody around. The Emperor is very accountable for his energy. Okay? The Emperor is very accountable for the things in which he is doing in his life. Look at that. Devil energy. 5 of Pentacles. Because the 6 of Pentacles, if that's what you're putting out, if you are putting out this low vibration, toxic fear of only being able to get this, then that's all you're going to get back in. And here it's being very crystal clear. That's why this Emperor is here, because it's being very crystal clear on the energies that you are putting out, being very accountable for the low vibration, despairing energy that you keep putting out. Okay, if you feel that that is all you are worthy of, I'm sorry, but that is all you will continue to get back in. And that is what is shifting within inside you. That's why all this masculine energy is here, because you are drastically changing that aspect of your life. Okay, you are not going to just be a victim of low vibration anymore. Okay, here, masculine energy, taking control of the reins here, taking control of your life, making sure that you are taking the action steps to put you in a life that is going to fulfill you. Not that one that emotionally drains you, not one that is constantly conflicting. This is one that's freeing, liberating, okay? Wow, Capricorns, what a beautiful, beautiful reading. So we're gonna pull a spirit animal oracle here. Thank you. Wow, beginner. Isn't that interesting? The porcupine spirit. Time for a beginner's mind. This actually just came out in the Sagittarius reading as well. Well, with a bunch of other ones, but for some reason I can never find P in the alphabet. I don't understand why, but it's like one of those letters that hides from me. When porcupine spirit calls your name, you are being asked to adopt a beginner's mind and to approach situations with innocence and curiosity. The old confining stories no longer have a hold on you. Life full of surprises, hiding in plain sight. Life is full of surprises hiding in plain sight. Looking at the world afresh with new eyes can help you find what you have been seeking. Whether it is a relationship, an opportunity, or evidence, you have all you need right now to co-create what you desire. Who knew? Porcupine asks you to be playful and have childlike curiosity. There is so much waiting for you that you have yet to discover. I'm going to read this one too. Are you feeling prickly and defensive lately, and assuming you will be hurt before you have even seen any sign of such reaction is called for? Perhaps an old sense of guilt and shame is causing you to be cynical and wary when you are meant to be open and curious. Self-protection is a good thing, but you may be protecting yourself from something that will not actually harm you, but instead bring you abundance, happiness, and love. Remember your innocence, and you will see what you have been overlooking. Porcupine quills are filled with air, allowing a porcupine to float in water. Now is a time to let your innocent nature keep you buoyant. Wow. All right, Capricorns, if you enjoyed this reading, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, as my channel is just growing, and I appreciate all of your likes and shares and subscriptions, all of your comments. I just appreciate your energy and your I appreciate everything about you, really. Also, if you are interested in a free reading, at the end of every month, I will be drawing a free personal read. So for any reading you watch, if you drop a yellow heart in the comment section or a sunflower emoji, that comment will be put in as a ballot to win a free personal read at the end of the month. All right, Capricorns, until next time, take great care of your beautiful soul. Bye now.